What up, y'all? It's One Sir Grove, host of C4CW, casting 495, celebrities motherfucking worldwide. What's the dilly, y'all? Yeah, man. Y'all are probably like, man, what the fuck, man? There ain't been a fucking episode in a long ass time, Grove. Like, we ain't heard a word from you. Man, what the fuck, man? WTF? Yeah, man. Been out here fucking gathering intel, yo. Yeah. For fucking real, though. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fucking yeah, man. It's been a minute, man. It's been a fucking spell. And let me say this. If you're a true fucking goddamn motherfucking fan of this show, not a piece of shit, panty waist, fucking wearing pink ass panties, fucking sissy wussy, fake bitch ass motherfucking fan, if you are a straight legit fizzan of this shizzo, then I, Wizzy, 49Fizzive, L4, most certainly appreciate Yizu. So Yizza. Just saying. What's new, man? Well, I'll tell you what's new. It says that it's 87 degrees outside on this fucking stupid ass sensor that I have, that I've been had. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be 87 right now, but yo, earlier today, man, that humidity, that hot shit, man, fuck all that noise. Yeah, weather's been fucking dumb. Well, technically, when I didn't podcast for a week, excuse me, when I didn't fucking podcast for a week, the humidity was actually, it had bottomed out, man. It was gone. It was just like, dissipate. It had dissipated, man, evaporated, and it was fucking gone, and it was like a dream come fucking true. So, but you know what? It came back because it's that East Coast bullshit. It's the end of, coming up on the end of September, man, and it does that bullshit every goddamn fucking year. So, let's just get to the cooler temps. But what's been going on with y'all, man? How y'all been doing? Straight up, feel free to comment. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to everyone who's left a fucking comment before in the past. You know what I'm saying? If we 495L4 haven't responded, man, we're sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? And we like to get to everyone. We just can't always do that. You know what I'm saying? But we do see all of y'all's comments, and we do fucking appreciate that shit. Seriously, I mean, fucking appreciate that shit we do. That's my little Yoda-ism. So, let's see. Man, I've been listening to hella fucking hip-hop. Synthwave. Synthwave is getting fucking better, man. Okay, so look, here's what's weird, right? So, let's just jump into the shit. By the way, shout-outs to all our motherfucking advertisers, you know what I'm saying, who are so kind as to lace up this here fucking podcast with all the really super fucking dope advertisements. Thank you to each and every one of our sponsors and advertisers for doing y'all's thing with us. Yeah. So, man, Synthwave. My cousin Rizzo, he's like, Grove, you know what I've really been into lately? Because he was in England, man, for 4 years and shit. And got his degree, you know what I'm saying, in history. By the way, shout outs to my cousin who got his degree in history in England. My white Caucasian homie, Rizzo. So, yeah, no, man, I'm proud of him for real. Like, I am proud of my cousin Rizzo, man. For, cause yo, check game. This is real shit. Real fucking shit. Before I got involved in counterterrorism, before I came out to the East to work in Gov at the Department of Justice, law enforcement before that, man. I was with the police outfit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, I think I heard something about Rick Ross having been like in some type of capacity role with law enforcement. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But in my case, yeah, it's fucking true. So, you know what I'm saying? Was I a cop? No. Was I an agent? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I became a contractor, man. And, because I'm a civilian technical expert. And, man, when that shit happened on 9/11, I'm like, yo, fuck this street gang shit. I'm going to work for the U.S. government as a contractor. Fuck the dumb shit. Because look, man, what some of y'all don't know, I was in college when I was gang banging. You know what I'm saying? So I would take classes, and then I'd get out of class. I'd go to the dorms, because I lived in the dorms the first year that I was in college. Man, y'all seen that movie? What is it called? Project X or whatever? The party shit where the dog jumps up and down on the trampoline. I don't want to ruin it. You know, nigga got the flame thrower and shit. I'm just saying, spoiler alert. I went to parties like that with helicopters and high-speed car chases and, you know, West Coast type shit. And I've talked about it a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? We had a DJ that would come over to our dorm room. And he's a DJ from Japan. So, he would come to the dorm and, like, man, living out west on the West Coast back in the 90s, man, was a trip. Because literally, I'd get out of class, walk across the street. I'm going to tell y'all where I went to school, too, so it's not a secret or anything, man. Before I was a university student, man, I was trying to save money. So I was at Edmonds College, Edmonds, Edmonds. And it was right on the coast, man, just north of Seattle and south of the EVT. The fucking infamous EVT. That's Echo, Victor, Tango, EVT, short for Ever Rotten fucking City. Everett, dog. The city of Eville. And like the late MC Shoon, R.I.P., Shooney used to say, the little town, E-town, yo, it's haunted. So, cause it's a little town, man. It used to be less than 100,000. You know what I'm saying? And, probably is haunted, though. So, in fact, I think it is. In fact, I know it is. So, yeah, man. The Ever Rotten City, Everett, a.k.a. Everett, a.k.a. EVT, a.k.a. Eville, a.k.a. E-Town, bro. That fucked up city, man, which is now an opioid crisis zone. Shit look like Detroit in parts now. You know what I'm saying? Vagrants, fucking drug cartels, you know, vagabonds, fucking hobo shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking police rolling with like post 9/11, like spec ops, all militarized up and shit, looking for motherfucking terrorist and drug cartel, motherfucking opioid, you know what I'm saying? Drug lords and shit, bringing that shit in from Afghanistan. Shit's crazy, bro. Homeland Security, fucking FBI, CIA, working on U.S. soil. You know what I'm saying? You got Interstate 5. You got drugs coming in from Canada. You got drugs coming up from fucking Mexico. You got drugs coming in from all over the motherfucking world. Okay? North of LA, man, if you make money in LA as a racketeer, as a black marketer, as a fucking pirate in San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? You got your pirate booty and shit. A lot of y'all niggas don't know. That's how San Francisco started, man. The Barbary States. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would be pirates and shit out to sea. And then they'd go to San Francisco, man, and meet up and sell their merch. Real shit. And they would trade up, man. And they would barter and shit. And they would sell and barter and trade. So, you know, niggas back in the 1990s, they made their money in LA, in California somewhere, you know, in the state, 40 million people now. They got to go somewhere, man, because, you know, the heat is on, man. Feds is watching, you know what I'm saying, on their tail. So motherfuckers would go up to Oregon. Motherfuckers would go up to Washington. Motherfuckers would go up to Canada and lay low and shit. So, you know, north of Long Beach, California, north of Compton, north of Inglewood, you feel me? North of San Diego, Mitchie Slick's neighborhood, you know what I'm talking about? SD, them bloods niggas out there that wear green. Shit, my bloods niggas wear green too, in the evergreen fucking state of Washington. You know what I'm saying? Evergreen, dog. Ever rot fucking the city. So, you know, man, when I was young, dude, I knew a lot of fucking street rich drug lords. I'm talking billing this shit, man. This one nigga, man, he got hit up by the feds, bro. He was a friend of ours. He's a Crip dude. I'm not going to put his name out on broadcast worldwide. He probably one of the richest dudes, man, I ever knew on the streets. You know what I'm saying? He had a fucking warehouse filled with money. Money. Well, okay, all right, hold. Not a warehouse. A storage unit, okay? Storage unit. Filled with shoeboxes of money. Real fucking talk, B. So, he was one of the Crip homies that I was cool with, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, gang, Bloods, Pyru, Eastside. But I used to kick it with Crips like Tekashi 6ix9ine. By the way, free Tekashi. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine gonna be coming home pretty soon. In fact, on the United Blood Nation tip, United Blood Nation UBN, which I joined in the year 1993, before niggas on the East Coast was popping, okay, the way that they be popping now, you know what I'm saying? Man, back in the day when I was, you know what I'm saying, brand new, you know what I'm saying, got pieced in, you know, beat into the gang, you know what I'm saying, went on missions and shit, man. I'm not even trying to glorify it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not even trying to embellish it. I'm just saying, I got courted into the game. You know what I'm saying? I got courted in. I wasn't some nigga that just was like hanging out on the streets and was like, yo, Grove, you's cool, man. You used to play sports with us and shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just that, man. Nah, in fact, I wasn't even trying to sell crack. Like, I didn't want to do it. I went as long as I could without selling fucking cocaine, man. As long as I could. But then everybody in the neighborhood was doing it. Like, old ladies and shit. Senior citizens was like, fuck it. If the police is doing it, we's doing it too. Shit. So, I'm just saying, man, you had little kids out on the block. Now, listen. I never supplied any kids, man, under the age of 18 with dope. I'm just being fucking for real. But there were little niggas in our neighborhood that were 8, 9, 10 fucking years old, strapped up, armed the fuck up, armed up, nigga. I'm talking armed up. ARMPT, nigga, armed up. Real fucking shit. Just like you see in Chicago. You had little niggas running around the hood. Dangerous motherfuckers, man. 380s, I'm talking big guns, man. You know, because little niggas saw older niggas doing. I mean, look, I was actually associated with a gang when I was 12 years old. This is real. These dudes, they were thieves. They would steal cigarettes and shit, right? So I'd hang out with these dudes, man. And they'd have me go into a grocery store and just steal a bunch of shit, which is what I did. And then my moms would find my booty, you know, she'd find my loot, you know, my stolen goods and shit, and she'd throw them in the trash. I used to get cigarettes, man, when I was 12, and cartons. Anyway, and I'd toke a little bit. I'd puff on them a little bit, you know what I mean? So I was with these niggas called the Black Widows. You know what I'm talking about? Like, niggas don't know. Like, I was rolling with stoner gangs. Fucking stoner gangs. Stoner gangs were a big deal where I'm from. You don't want to fuck with stoners out where I'm from. They be stoned, man, like smoking weed. But, man, they got daggers, knives, ninja fucking stars, shurikens and shit, swords. Niggas be having pistols and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they be some stoners. Don't fuck with stoners where I come from. They will fuck you up. Man, hey, do not, caveat, do not, if there's any lawyers out there, if there's anyone in the law enforcement organization, Leo community, anyone in the world of legal jurisprudence, I am not giving you legal advice. I am telling yo ass, don't fuck with stoners where the fuck I come from, because they will roll you up on the streets, man. If you ain't fucking prepared, and if you come sideways and you tend to be disrespectful, now you hear? So man, I got cool with stoner gangs, man. I mean, there was some stoner motherfuckers that we knew just to stay the fuck out of the way and leave them alone. Other niggas, You know what I'm saying? I was cool with them and shit. I didn't even smoke weed, man, at first until they showed me how to do it. But I'd been kicking it with some stoners for a minute. And I used to watch them smoke weed because I was fascinated by it. You know what I'm saying? And they'd always be trying to have me poof with them. You know what I mean? They'd be like, yo, man, take a poof. And I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I watch y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas having like toilet rolls and shit. Like bath tissue, toilet paper rolls and shit. Niggas was, I mean, to me, that's filthy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ended up doing it myself. I'm saying, nigga, just wash your hands, get you a clean roll of bath tissue, pull out the little, you know what I'm saying, roll cylinder and shit, get you a little pipe going. Take you a pop can, take a little fucking pop the top, you know what I'm saying, on a little pop top, poke some little holes in that shit, man, get you a little duster going, bro. You know, toke up. I'm not saying do that, I'm saying that's what we did, okay? None of the information that I provide is to be construed as legal, business, financial, market, advice, in any way, shape, or form. And don't act on any of the things that you might think I'm suggesting. I'm not telling y'all to go and smoke weed out of a pop can. First of all, that's some aluminum toxic shit. We did that. I mean, toilet paper rolls, even though they're brand new and you take the thing out, you know what I'm saying, out of the fresh pack, it's still dirty, man. I mean, that's just grimy. But we was doing that. I'm saying, I mean, we'd toke out of bongs too. We'd also smoke out of glass pipes, you know what I'm saying? Different types of pipes and shit. You know, my homie had the power hitter, you know what I mean? And the gas mask and the gravity bong and all that shit. You know what I mean? You feel me? My cousin, man, when we went up to he was living up in Bellingham. And one of some of our friends went to Western Washington University. I was actually accepted into a program at Western Washington University, north of Seattle, man, in Bellingham, and I ended up not going. You know what I'm saying? I came out to work, you know what I'm saying, with the US government because I was pissed off, man, when the terrorists did the shit on 9/11, and I said, fuck it, man, I'm going to take everything I learned in the street game, and I'm going to apply it to counterterrorism. So, you know what I mean? And I had enough certifications in IT, cybersecurity, defense, studies and shit, because I was working with this woman in Bellevue, Washington, where the rock group Queensryche is from. There's a little covert location. I won't give up intel. Obviously, I'm not Edward Snowden. I'm not a fucking traitor to America. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of the information's open source, but there's some shit about Bellevue that I didn't know that was right in my backyard the whole time. Kind of like the movie Interstellar. And I won't go into details or particulars, but that's how I started to get my certs, man. I got my certifications, some of them in Washington State before I came out here. You know what I'm saying? From the Security Policy Board of the U.S. Department of Defense. You feel me? So I'm in the streets, but I'm also getting United States Department of Defense certification late night on the computer, doing my studies, you know what I'm saying? Getting my certs and meeting people in government. And I knew this nigga that he was a detective and he had worked in Washington, D.C. Well, he had come out to the West Coast to fight gangs and shit. And we hated this nigga. We hated this motherfucker. Hated this nigga. Because he was out to get 495 deep in Everett. He wanted to break up our gang. He wanted us investigated. He was always showing up with the camera, video recorder, fucking other cops and shit. They be following us throughout the city, throughout the day, coming to parties and shit, cataloging shit, mapping shit out, documenting this, doing the intel, you know, data link analysis, cross-referencing data, right? This nigga, anyway, he had been doing special domestic police special operations in DC during the beginning of the US crack war, drug gang, police, cocaine, crack war and shit in DC. Well, when the shit got bad out west, they flew him out and he became a special detective within the police department where I'm from. And he immediately, almost immediately homed in on 495 deep in Everett, right? Because we were big, man. We're like the Juggalos, man. Shout outs to ICP. Now, I know y'all ain't a gang as the FBI try to portray y'all as being, because if you were a gang, then shit would get real as fuck. By the way, man, Shaggy 2 Dope, Violent J, that new video that y'all did, if you were in a gang, man, that man, salute. That shit is dope. Fucking ultra dope, man. I played that shit about 10 times last night. You was like, if I was in the gang, something, man, that shit is fucking royally fresh. And I like how y'all got, the different, like, sub sets, like the different squads, and how it goes around. Then you got the juggalette, the female and shit. Man, that she looked like, what's her name, man, from Suicide Squad. You know what I'm saying? That shit, man, that new shit by ICP, if I were in a gang, because the FBI don't need to be labeling niggas gangsters who ain't in a gang. You know what I'm saying? Leave the fucking shit, leave ICP alone, y'all FBI motherfuckers. ICP ain't done nothing gang-related. They ain't a gang, man. They're a peaceful congregation. A juggalo-ass niggas. Shout-outs to Juggalo Nation. It's your boy, One Sir Grow, man. I fucks with ICP and Esham, the unholy poet from the D, Detroit, Michigan. Y'all heard that? So, but yeah, man, so this detective, man, for like a good 15 years, he was always trying to pin some shit on us, man. Always trying to roll up and shit. He'd be like, Grove, I know you and your gang have guns and drugs, and though they might not be on your person every time we jump out with the jump out boys, we know those drugs are around here somewhere. You stashed them somewhere. Y'all got some concealed weapons in the bushes somewhere. Just know this. Even though we may never catch you with drugs and guns, we're gonna stop you every fucking time we feel like it. And I was like, you do understand that's unconstitutional, right? And you do understand that is gang profiling? Because, man, we ain't ever said anything, man, about being a gang. You know what I'm saying, man? This is deep in ever 495, man. You know what? You know what, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, my mentality was like, fuck you, pig. Fucking pig. Man, fuck you, fuzz. Get the fuck out of here, po-po. Fucking one-time ass nigga. Fuck the police type shit, bitch. And we used to tell him, we'd be like, hey, why don't you take your gun and your badge off, man? We could throw down in the streets. You know, you and your boys, me and my boys and I, let's do this shit. Occasionally, they let us tussle with them, man. For real. I know niggas that got into it with the police, man. And it was a trick, because back in the day, now the police just shoot motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, you could fight the police, man. You just square up with them and shit. They'd be like, okay, all right, let's go. Motherfucker take his badge off and shit. We'd have a big dude, like a dude that's all big up and shit, you know what I'm saying, swole up. And he'd go a couple rounds, man. You know, they'd have each other in headlocks and shit. Niggas be laughing. Man, I swear to God. Okay? Because the police, where I come from, they'll beat your motherfucking ass, hit you with nightsticks, kick you in the back of your fucking head, in your fucking face, maybe knock out some teeth or something. They don't care if they get sued. I know a nigga, they let a police dog, canine unit go on him. I was attacked by a canine too. And shit. I probably could have sued them motherfuckers. Cause they let the canine go and it bit me all up and shit. And it's not supposed to bite your face. That shit bit my temple, fucking bit my sides and shit, man. I had to take antibiotics. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, man, I could have sued them motherfuckers, man. And I know the attorney who sued on behalf of my homeboy. He's a Crip. You know what I'm saying? He's from a Crip set. I'm not going to say his name. But he was actually with an organization that I'm part of called Criminal Alliance, and he's on the Crip side, and his subdivision is Inner City Merchants, ICM. So kind of similar to ICP. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy, who's a Crip, little short dude. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy, man. It's my homie from way back in the day. He was actually attacked by a police dog. And he sued the fuck out of the police, man. And his attorney told him, he's like, yo, man, he got tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to do that to him. Because he was just sitting out on the curb, you know what I'm saying, I believe drinking a 40 or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was doing on the curb. You know, I believe they alleged that he was selling crack. But when they ran up on him, there wasn't any crack on his person. So whatever they're talking about in probable cause, that shit all went out the fucking, that shit all went out the dough. You know what I mean? So the judge ultimately ruled in his favor, man, and he sued the fuck out the police. And and they didn't have to let the police dog go on him the way that they did. You see, the police, man, I'm like Ice-T. I respect cops that are good cops. I don't respect cops that are dirty cops. It's fucking pretty fucking goddamn simple. Some niggas don't like the police at all. You know, I went to school with people who became police officers, man. And I ain't got no problems with them, man. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas that is detectives. I know motherfuckers in the military. I know people that are government officials. You know what I'm saying? I'm an older dude. So, you know what I mean? Where I come from, it's like, whatever. And I was going to be a police explorer myself. But anyway, man, this dude, he tried to recruit me at some point. And he told me, man, that he had some this is the police detective. This is like after 15 years of all the street operations and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on one side, he's on another side. We hated this motherfucker. But then when I'm in college and shit, and you know what I mean, 9/11 happened. He told me, well, slightly before 9/11, a few years before 9/11, he approached me and he's like, yo, man, let me talk to you for a minute. And I was like, man, nigga, get the fuck up out of here, police. And he's like, nah, man, I want to ask you something. And I was like, man, I ain't telling you shit, man. I ain't talking to you about nothing. I don't ask questions. I don't answer fucking questions, man. I know my rights and shit, man. And he's like, listen, man. He's like, you know, because I was on the high school rifle team. And he knew shit about us, man. He's like, man, I could get you a job, man, working at a high level of government. And he was trying to have me work with the FBI and shit. And I was like, nah, dude, I ain't doing it. Nuh-uh. Fuck no. And he was trying, man. He was going hard. He's like, I got a connection in Seattle. I could get you connected up. I'm like, nope. Fuck no, man. I'm one Sir Grove, bro. I ain't snitching on anybody. I ain't ratting on niggas. I'm not telling on shit. I'm not fucking doing setups and wires and shit. Fuck you. Get the fuck up out of here, fool. Fucking police ass nigga. He gave me his card and he's like, yo, if you ever change your mind, he's like, I know you know about guns. I know you know about weapons. I know you know about narco. He's like, I know you know how to run these street operations. We ain't never caught you doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's like, you're misguided, man. You got a lot of skills. Your parents are in the military. Why you be out here, Grove? He's like, you should be doing something for your country. I never followed his lead, man. You know what I'm saying? In terms of connecting up with FBI, because that ain't my cup of tea. It's not my forte. That being said, I came out here to work in counterterrorism, and I ultimately was working with police, special domestic operations as a contractor because at some point I had been in security studies through American Military University. I studied counterintelligence. I studied Arabic and shit. I don't even think I have that on my LinkedIn profile. But you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So I worked in weapons intelligence, non-proliferation, helped keep niggas safe, and they didn't even know that I was the one keeping them safe and shit. You know what I mean? And I don't glorify or embellish any of it. So I just work my way up the food chain, man, chain of command. You know what I mean? And niggas was like, Grove, you crazy, man. You talking about you out there doing some government shit, nigga. You got felony, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, but the felony ain't nothing, dog. My felony ain't nothing big. My felony was an alleged residential burglary, nigga, from 25 years ago. So you best fucking pipe down, nigga. Yeah. When I was almost going into the military, when I was like, nah, I changed my mind, man. I'm going to work domestically and internationally as a contractor. I'm cool with going to the Gulf. I ain't going to the Gulf for this oil war. I'm not about that shit. You know, I commend men and women who went over there and toppled that fucking piece of shit dictator, Saddam Hussein, bitch ass motherfucker, took out his 2 punk ass terrorist sons. I commend them for doing that shit. But in terms of getting that oil and the redirect operation and the fake weapons of mass destruction, with the Gulf War sickness and all the bad shit that happened to the good men and women who served this country, I wasn't about that. I'm like, yo, I ain't doing that, man. That's not my war. You know what I mean? So at any rate, I was assisting law enforcement right after 9/11 in a covert capacity. You know what I'm saying? I hired an attorney who specializes in national security, background investigations, and security clearances. And he reached out to some people who worked at some high-level 3-letter agencies, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he told me how I could get in the U.S. intelligence community and what I needed to do to prove my self-worth. And so I did that shit. So yeah, man. So at any rate, never ended up working with the FBI. You know what I'm saying? I can't go into details about any intel, you know what I'm saying, that I may have selflessly just provided any agencies, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, to help strengthen national security and give motherfuckers a heads up when I knew about some shit involving international fucking villains. But in terms of actually working directly with the FBI, nah, man, the FBI is the FBI. And you know what I'm saying? They do their thing. And my crew, my people, man, my network, the folks I know, man, we do our fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I coordinate with other agencies. You feel that? You know what I'm saying? I coordinate with other agencies. So, yeah. You know, the gang life, man, it's cool to have pride in your neighborhood. And to fly your colors, man, in areas where it's legal to do that, where it's not illegal to be part of a club or a gang or whatever y'all want to call it. But the shit is also limited too, though. You know what I mean? In terms of, you know what I'm saying, that culture, that lifestyle, man. So I ain't been gang active, man, for like 25 years. I mean, it's still gang. It's still Riverside, you know what I'm saying? 151, you know what I'm saying? Riverside Hood, world fucking wide. 495, 425, deep in Everett, fucking worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm not active in any type of criminal conspiracy or the criminal underworld or criminal activity, man. I ain't selling dope. I ain't on no RICO shit. Man, I ain't been involved in no illegal shit, man, for 25 motherfucking years. And the shit that I was doing was petty as fuck in the scope, in the context of motherfucking cartels and shit. Was we doing organized shit? Of course, man. Just like Ice-T was doing organized shit. He says he was robbing banks, man. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a Hollywood movie star, man. Pretty sure he ain't pulled a lick or been involved in any type of organized crime for, 30 fucking 40 years? You know what I mean? That I know of. That the public knows about, you know? Shout outs to Ice-T. Now, that new video he got, look, I've been peeping this video. I've seen it a bunch of times, man. This video is the shit. Ice-T got this new fucking video that's so fucking dope. I say it's ultra dope. I just found it yesterday. I've seen it about 10 times. Ice-T, new video. Here we go. This video right here is called The Feds in My Rear View. Yeah, man. That video, The Feds in My Rear View. I want DSI analyzed. I want for y'all niggas to go and check out the video by Ice-T, The Feds in My Rear View. Now, I'm seeing this as of July. It looks like it was uploaded by All Hip Hop TV on 8 July 2019. I just saw the shit for the first time yesterday. And it ain't been too many months, you know what I mean? Yo, that shit, man, listen. The new video, the video that's new to me, The Feds in My Rear View, shit, from the Godfather of gangster-rap, Ice-T started motherfucking gangster-rap. And that shit, man, look, from an epic West Coast motherfucking legend, Ice motherfucking T. That video, bro, man, in 2019, that puts all that shit front and center once again, man. And it brings back all the magic of the 1980s and 1990s, man. And he lets you know, man, he ain't never lost a touch, man. He ain't never been caught lacking in the game, man. Shout outs to Ice motherfucking T. Your boy, Once Grove.